After that Lakers game, I know you talk about how responses are the more important thing versus necessarily the performance. So how did you feel about the response?
I thought we did our job. The game went how it was supposed to go from the standpoint of I thought we played well. We executed, and I thought we came with the right mindset. So you can't not appreciate the times where you just come in, do your job, and get out. I think that's important, But the mindset remains the same. Whether it's a win or a loss, it's still unhealthy to stay attached to it. So we got to get better. And I think that's the healthy mind frame that we're trying to stay into,
Tonight you got...
Do you count all those missed layups we took today after that question?
No, it's not about the layups, but a little bit though, because it's about the offensive rebound.
Yeah.
I feel like you had a big emphasis on that, 37% offensive rebound. Today, 5 from Cornet, 4 from Kepa. Is this something that you wanted to emphasize today, or is it just because of the physicality of the bench?
Yeah, for all the dogs that we have on our team, I think Luke and O'Shea are the 2 best offensive rebounders. And the shot margin was -9, I think, at the end of the first quarter. And we went with that lineup, and I thought those guys did a great job of, because of their missed layups, they got the shot margin back to even on one possession. They just kept tipping it to each other. So that's one way to do it. But no, offensive rebounding has been important to us. I thought that was something we weren't great at last year, and it was a way that we didn't control the shot margin. And I thought we did a better job of that the second 3 quarters. And so, Luke and O'Shea kind of spearheaded that today.
Yeah. All right, cool. Someone else?
Jordan at the end was he's looking for his first NBA point, so he gets those, and it seemed like that was a spot where you might press and go and try to fill it up, and he always seemed to try to make the right play.
Yeah.
What stood out there in that regard?
Even before that, I think what stood out is just his growth as a player and understanding the most important thing is defense. And I loved his defensive positioning and his defensive physicality and his instincts. And I think that's gotten a lot better since the beginning of the year. And I think that's a challenge for any young player is really buying into the fact that regardless of what you think you are offensively or how it went in college, you have to play defense. You got to learn defense. And he's done a great job of that. And then it's fun for him to, he got his first 2 points in the Garden. And like you said, he continued to play the right way.
And he's clearly not ready yet. But as a coach, knowing that you're coaching for this season, but you're also looking long term, what kind of impression does that make when you see a guy going through those steps?
Well, one, it's 2 things. I think it's the credit to the main staff and our player development staff here, their relationship with the main staff and Blaine and his coaching and the environment that they create there that he can come in and pick right up our defensive stuff. So I think it starts with the development staff, it starts with Jordan's work ethic, and it starts with our main staff to have that continuity.
Joe, in the course of a long season, your starters got to rest most of the fourth quarter. Almost all of them. How valuable is a night like this?
Yeah. Like you said, over the course of a long year, any chance you can achieve your goal of winning a game and guys staying healthy and not having to play significant minutes, I think that that helps and it saves us a lot of energy to practice on Tuesday.
You mentioned that you kind of like what you saw in the response tonight, and you mentioned prior to this in a couple games there was kind of accumulation of stuff that led to the Lakers game. Do you feel that this is changing, trajectory now in terms of?
No, I think we played well. We did some good things, but I still think we can get better. So I thought it's small moments of just getting reconnected. I thought we were just. I think anytime you're allowed to practice and you get on the court with each other, you can be in the film room for extended period of times, and you can really emphasize things. It just reconnects the mindset and the philosophy and the identity of what we want to be. So anything you do that. It's going to be a little bit better, but I still think we can execute better. Whether it's our defensive scheme our defensive reads in certain situations, and then our offensive reads and execution. So those things are just constantly in motion, And I think that's the other thing is just because you do it once, just because we played a good game, that doesn't really guarantee anything. Just because we played tough, quote unquote, doesn't mean we're going to do it the next time. It's a choice we got to make every day, And so we just got to make that more times than not.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.